about him and this mission that we're on. We can all continue forward with my man, my godfather, the man that got me to do this.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. I'm not going to get between you and hors d'oeuvres too much. Ron is telling you a story that you need to hear. And I don't know if Clay Hammer, Clay, stand up, stand up. Give him a round of applause. A lot of you guys may not know Mr. Hammond out of Pennsylvania, Philadelphia. But, you know, we had some cross-country conversations back in the day. And we had these conversations not because we were radical. We had these conversations because we saw that enough wasn't being done for African Americans. We had these conversations because everybody we felt had representation in Washington, D.C., real representation, except African American businesses. And we understood that whether you're a candlestick maker or whatever, somebody's got to represent you or you're going to be left. So we got together and we tried to put together a couple of things that would be on a national scale. And like everything else, we misfired a couple of times. But then at the end of the day, it was a long conversation, but there was a young man sitting down in Phoenix doing great work down there. And I just simply said, you know, nothing ventured, nothing gained. I knew one thing, that I wasn't going to leave California. I'm too old anyway. So I said, this thing needs a lot of young talent, a lot of energy. And had a call with Mr. Ron Busby and said, Ron, myself, a gentleman by the name of Clay Hammond, and another young lady, Amy, we're trying to put together something, and here's the reasons why. We're not radical, but we feel a change needs to be made at the national level. And then of course, I called my dear friend Robin up in New York, and we go back almost 20 years, so that was a no-brainer there. So we pretty much had the country covered on the scope. The thing was to convince Ron to come out from Phoenix and stop playing golf 4 days a week. And have to hustle on behalf of this brand new organization. And I'm honestly proud to say, I was telling somebody early on, you know, you see people go in rooms and do deals and put their heads together, come up with schemes, and try to come up with a map and a game plan. And I don't think if we would have went into a room and stayed in a room, recorded in there for 3 or 4 days, we couldn't have came up with a better leader. I just don't know, it was just God's hand. Yeah. God's hand. I'm absolutely so proud of him. I came out here to Washington. I introduced him to 2 people, and I said, the rest of it's on you, my brother. And I'm going back to California. And I will tell you this, anywhere you go in this city today, we have nothing but the highest esteem for our name. And I'm so proud of you, Ron. I want to say publicly thank you. And I think this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. One of the things we're doing out in California is trying to understand and make the local organizations understand the linkage. And I hope as you go home, you'll understand the linkage. If you go home with the attitude that you're an island, then you're going to die. You're going to die on the vine. Go home, understand the linkage, not only to your local chamber, but to your state chamber if you have one. If you don't have one, you may think about starting one, because they deal on a different plateau. And obviously, even as big as California is, and as bad as California is, I cannot operate at this level. You got to have someone at this level. So you need to understand linkage. So I hope among all the other things that take place this week, that you'll go away with a new, revised, and bigger enthusiasm, that I'm going to create the linkage. And I like to just put it in colloquial terms, create a posse. If you don't have a posse, John Bryan's going to talk tomorrow. And one of the things that stayed with me all the time that he says, if you see a brother or sister going down the street and call themselves a leader, and you don't have a posse, it's just a brother or sister taking a stroll.